We're back. No? Already fucking net up. Great, man. Just fucking great. Let's blow this bitch up over here. I need to actually fix this right now, and we can get actually into this damn video. Let's see. Can we stretch the screen, fit to screen? Yes, there it is. Switch things around a little bit over here. Got my new computer as well, although it is actually not running today, but soon enough, it'll be the star of the show, which I'm very, very excited about. Who knows how long this camera is going to last for today, but it's our second stream of the week, which I'm very excited about. I see a lot of familiar faces in here too, which is good. My microphone's working, which is also good. Elsa is here, but I actually can't see her, so whatever. Who knows what the fuck's going on with her as well, man. Good morning, sirs. Good morning, sirs. What's up, Catacombs, Varus, and Numerous, John, Solid XBT, Dr. J. Dr. J, what's up, man? Emad, HFIFM. Still don't know how to say your name, but I'm just going to go with that one. Philson, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? Nimbo, our Australian moderator, keeping everyone safe and soft food. Good. Simps and vegans rejoice. That's right. All the Simps and all the vegans are here right now. We're here and we're having a good time. I'm trying to log in into one of my accounts in the background here, and it keeps on telling me to continue to wait, and that's what I have to do. I have to wait in order to show you some of the most impressive things I've ever seen in my life on TikTards. We need to do our TikTards today. What's up, Big Tuna Crypto? Good shit, man. What's up, Martin Hunt? A new name from the last cycle. Sticking around for another cycle. That's good, man. It's good. More cycles is good, typically at least. Not always, but usually. Willist and K-Diddle. K-Diddle Dizzle. Highly suspect name there, man. K-Diddle Dizzle. It sounds like K-Diddle some fucking kids or some shit like that. Not good. Not a good way to start it off. But you know what? Today's video is going to be an interesting video because we're going to be going over a little bit of a strategy to start this one off, and then also kind of what to expect, I suppose, over this next week or two, and what things are likely to look like, which is honestly going to probably be boring. Even if you're super bullish or super bearish, it's probably going to be a little bit boring here. Don't think that Bitcoin's going to be doing fuck all. And realistically, it's traditional markets to be watchful of as of right now. So, my thoughts on traditional markets kind of still stand. In fact, I'm a lot more confident on traditional markets than I am on crypto here, with traditional markets putting in, very likely a low. Again, it can very easily retest that low, but likely an opportunity here. But who knows what that means for cryptocurrency if and when that does happen. If there is a retest of that low or anywhere around that low, does cryptocurrency show some relative weakness as it typically does, or does it actually hold things up and hopefully, for the love of cryptocurrency's sake, for the love of Satoshi, puts in a higher low, which remains to be seen. But I suspect that this is going to take some time, man. It's going to take some time. And after, a very eventful week this past week, it's probably going to get boring here. It is still August after all. And well, he has arm beards. I have many beards. I have many beards also above my peignoir as well. They're all over my body, man. It's a real problem, actually. R-Dub Crypto. I like dubstep as well, if that's what it is. I'm actually going to check out your channel right exactly here. Hash ribbons have failed. They have failed. We've seen it fail both on the daily and the 5-day here. So, I mean, that is not a very comforting feature. Okay, your channel is nothing about dubstep, actually. It's just about cryptocurrency shit. All right, great. Don't care about that. I care about music, man. Krown, look, he shakes with that sword. That's right. It's just sharp enough, too. I actually have 2 swords in this room. The other one you cannot see because it's in my nerd closet with all my other nerdy shit, like my chessboards and my little toys. My fucking toys. I have a bunch of toys. I actually, if you could see into my living room, you would see some of the most embarrassing shit of all time that I'm very, very proud of. All my toy collection. They are very rare toys. Very rare toys. You can't fuck with that. It's not embarrassing, says Elsa. I have a statue of Saruman the White, that is probably 3 feet tall. It's literally about half as tall as me. I'm not 6 feet, but it's like comes up to my waist area, which is kind of crazy, man. You don't want to know how much it costs as well. And it's fucking heavy, dude. It's super heavy. But you know what? We have a fight now. The official announcement has begun as of yesterday. We finally have an opponent. We finally have a fight. It's September 19th in Singapore. If you're going to be at Token 49 or whatever the hell the event is there, reach out. Well, or reach around. Reach out September 19th. Probably not before the match, but definitely after the match. We could probably do a little bit of a meetup or something like that. it would be cool to see everyone there, as I do see a lot of people are, are part of the community and probably going to be around that area of the world. Again, Singapore on September 19th. It's I guess it's like a day after the event. I don't know exactly when the event is, but I believe it's the 19th, which let me actually just check out my calendar right here. We can figure this out really, really quickly, actually. It is going to be Thursday. So I guess it would be probably before the convention that starts. I know Karate Combat is actually the 18th as well. I've been talking with them guys too. And at some point want to get a match in with them. My coach actually fights on Karate Combat as like a professional, and last match he did really, really well. In fact, that was his only match there, but he did really, really well. He had this fucking badass flying knee, and he just destroyed this other dude. Is completely dominant. Really, really proud of him, and hopefully he gets a fight at Karate Combat too, so he can fight on Wednesday, and then I fought on Thursday. That would be sick. Singapore's got some killer food. Actually, I'm glad you say that, man, because I don't need killer food. I just need super plain, organic, boring food. That's what I need. I need high quality chicken, high quality beef, and some potatoes, and maybe some eggs, and then I'm good to go. So I need to figure that out, because for about 3 to 4 days before that fight, I do need to actually eat something there. So perhaps I'll hit up Crypto. He is like the foodie of the world, man. If you don't know, if Crypto wasn't doing crypto, he would be a fucking food channel for sure. That guy is an actual food. He's a food connoisseur. It's actually really fun to eat with him, just because he knows literally every best place in pretty much every part of the world. It seems like it's absolutely amazing, man. Echo chamber on quality chicken. Yeah, indeed, man. We need some quality chicken. We need some quality food. It makes a humongous difference, really. I mean, that's one of the best parts about living in Finland, is that all of the standards here for food production is so high that, first off, you don't even need to buy organic, because it's all good for you anyways. But you feel completely different after eating the food here for like a year or even 6 months. You feel completely different. Everything's different. The water quality, the air quality, the food quality. I mean, even if you're eating the garbage, it's probably better for you here than it is back in the States. I swear, they poison the food before they give it to everyone. It's fucking crazy, man. It's fucking insane. But that is one of the best parts about living here. Other things, not so great, but you know what? It doesn't matter, because I like the day-to-day shit. Anyways, we'll get into the analysis soon enough. I do want to give some more time for people to join on in here. I was actually considering putting a multi-stream between YouTube and Twitter. I don't know if people care about that or not, but I guess I should just ask the chat right here, because I'm watching the chat right now. Like, would you like to also see this stream simultaneously on Twitter? I guess it doesn't really matter if you're here already, but perhaps, I don't know, it's an easier venue for some people to look at. I think YouTube just in general is better for live streaming, but more venues probably couldn't hurt, and I should probably ask anyways. Roland Voss says, don't care. I don't care. Probably as well. Twitch, I could do Twitch as well, but actually, I quite literally meant Twitter, or X as it's called right now. Both of them. I mean, I could actually shoot it out to all of them if I really, really wanted. But yeah, I just figure, more venues kind of get in on. God damn it, I have to enter in my code again. Hold on one moment. I just need to figure this out, and then we can actually get in with the times, as Elsa says. Yes, get in with the times and give me a big hand. Elsa. I don't even know how the fuck to explain that one, so I'm not going to. All right, come on, code. Please work. Please, for the love of God, work. This is very, very important to start off this stream right here. And for whatever reason, Instagram on fucking computer takes forever to do anything. It's really annoying, actually. Super annoying. Like, how does anyone do anything with this shit? Yeah, of course you can use Instagram on computer. Did you not know this? Like, are you new to the interwebs? Okay, finally, I fucking figured it out. Holy shit. Oh my God. Okay, how is this gonna work? Okay. Oh yes. Okay. There's the pause button. Okay. Oh, okay. There's dudes making out. That's not what we're trying to see right now. We'll watch a little bit of this shit while we wait for people to join on in. Okay, wait a second. Hold on. We have a very important message. We have a very, very important message right now. I can't believe I missed this before. This is insane. It appears that a very familiar face, BitBoy, has a message for everyone on this lovely morning. Let's see what he has to say.
Little mouth, you are going to be a very addictive problem.
What the fuck? That was very strange.
Hello, beautiful. Well, I'm doing all right. Thanks for calling me handsome.
Lovely. Another beautiful man or woman.
You are definitely beautiful and sexy.
Макароны с кетчупом. Hi guys,
Dude, what's the best one? Oh my God. Elsa saw this one and screamed yesterday. This it's about to pop up on her screen, and she's probably gonna scream again.
Hello, and welcome to Baby.
Hold on, let's find some good ones here. Where are the good ones? Wait, what is this guy?
Is anybody else having a problem with their PS3 PlayStation after installing the update?
Elsa says, if you're a girl,
4.89?
shave your hair for fuck's sake.
And if so, how
yeah,
did
I
you
mean, I've
solve
said the same thing before. People do not like it when you say that on the interwebs. Like, there's always a comment or two like, you should not be talking about that sort of shit.
Let's fucking go.
That was actually really impressive.
When you're going out for the weekend, got it.
God. These are the TikTards, baby.
Shake it, that ass, girl. Let me mama show you how you move it. Go ahead and put your back into it. Do you think like it ain't nothing to it? Shake, shake, shake that ass, girl. Go, go. 50 Cent.
Here I am, babe. Come and take me. Here I am.
All right, we have the vampire people as well. They're back. I love that there's probably new people coming to this channel right now like, hey, this cryptocurrency stuff, what's going on here? I would like an analysis on Bitcoin and what the market is doing. Oh my God! I can't find the best one. It's too far away. I need to find the porta-potty one. Oh my God, this guy is fucking really scary. What's this guy up to? Great smile. I agree. Not as hairy as me, though. Not as hairy as me. I need to turn off the sound on this. Here we go. Yes. All right. Okay. Very important. Very, very important. I found something. All right. So here's a life hack for everyone. If you've ever been, traveling outside and you need to go to the bathroom, you see a porta potty, or you're at a festival and they have porta potties there, here's a life hack that you can be using in order to make the most out of porta potties. And I'll just let the video play for itself.
For when you have to use a porta potty. A lot of people don't know this, but when you go inside, you don't actually have to lift up the feet in order to pee. You can just go everywhere and it doesn't matter. If you've got a life hack you'd like to share, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you.
Right now, I'm getting the mood for some analysis. I'm almost done with this caffeine. The more you know. Yes, indeed. All right, there we go. Yes, we need. It's a life hack, guys. It's a life hack. These are things that improve your life experience so that you don't have to do what all the fucking dummies do, which is, I don't know, take time pulling up the seat and getting toilet paper and all this nonsense, washing your hands. Silliness, absolutely fucking silliness. I don't think that's a life hack. I think that's just how everyone goes in those. Actually, probably yes. Honestly, I've never met a porta potty that I've liked. Honestly, it's terrible, man. Absolutely terrible. Thoughts on the yield curve steepening? Not my problem. For me, man, I just watch price action. I'm not interested in that. We've seen so much to go, like with the traditional sort of understanding of like the yield curve and all this sort of stuff. We've seen so much of that since basically 2022. And what's come out of it? Not much, man. Not much. I mean, it's just very difficult to put into an actionable plan. That's my issue with that. That's why I focus on, of course, what's it called? Price action. Price action, indeed. There we go. Unban me in Discord. I was perma-banned without warning given. I still have no idea why. I've been following since 2021. I'm sorry to hear that, man. But if you were banned, like, they don't ban people for no reason. So you got to reach out to the moderator. Elsa says she hasn't banned anyone, but you got to reach out to the moderator who banned you, and maybe figure it out there. But usually, like if it's a ban, you done something bad, man. You done something bad, or maybe I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it was perhaps an accident. That does happen as well, but not that often, to be honest. Ethereum is the porta potty of this cycle. I'm actually curious to see, what does Ethereum even look like right now? I haven't looked at it in so long. Let's check it out. 2,400. Okay. I guess the hopium here is that you have one of these massive diagonal trend lines. I'm usually not a big fan of that, but has held up, I guess, since 2022. So perhaps there's something to it, and that is where things have wicked off of thus far. But I mean, it's just, in terms of relative strength and relative weakness, obviously not strong. Obviously not relatively strong. In fact, I'd probably be more interested to look at the Ethereum Bitcoin pairing. Sorry, I promise we'll get into some Bitcoin here soon. I'm literally just, my own curiosity is getting the best of me right here. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this, man. Not a fan of this. As far as what it's doing just generally. It had its chance to reverse. Its chance to reverse was back on over here in June. It did not take that yet. Instead, it took yet again another lower high. And what's actually very concerning right here is that you're about to have all major moving averages go into a full-on bearish posturing on the monthly. And this monthly, or sorry, this cross between the 21 and 55 does have a nice consolidation the whole way into it, which means that that's probably going to be a powerful one. It's probably going to live below there for a while. I mean, I don't think I'd be that surprised to see it come all the way down to the 618 Fibonacci here. Maybe even lower than that over time. But yeah, Ethereum not proving itself. I guess maybe if you wanted to have one little last point of hopium here, it is a long month left to go, obviously. And I mean, 23 and a half days, basically. I mean, maybe if you reclaim whatever the 382 is here at 46, 47-ish region, maybe hopium still remains alive. But assuming it closes anywhere below there, this is like a really, really bad breakdown on a very, very higher term time frame. And could easily look something like this long term if that does indeed occur. It could come down here, maybe set in like a macro higher low compared to what you had back in 2019 or 2020, and then work its way out. But not doing what it needs to do during the most important parts of this cycle thus far. I mean, just as far as charts go, not super interesting. I'm actually curious to see how Solana looks like. I'm doing like my own analysis. I want my own requests now. Yeah, compare that with Solana here. Solana actually does have a chance to actually break out. So to me, this market is, we're starting to see kind of like a change in the guard, I think, between Solana and Ethereum. In fact, we could probably even just plot Solana versus Ethereum. Let's see what that looks like. And yeah, I mean, just clean fucking breakout. Yeah, I do think that we're going to see Solana probably move into the second pole position in this market behind Bitcoin. And then you get kind of like a Solana versus Ethereum thing instead of Ethereum versus Bitcoin, because for the past, ever since I can remember, really since 2016, 2017, it was always, what's better, Bitcoin or Ethereum? Is the flipping going to happen? Are we about to flip here? On Reddit, there would always be this fucking dolphin and there'd be, the flipping in is only 5% away. And it never happened, obviously. And it looks like Ethereum is probably going to get flipped with Solana. In fact, I'm curious what they look like in terms of market cap here. Let's check it out. Let's see what we got. Okay, Ethereum is actually still pretty decently ahead of a Solana. It's significantly ahead of Solana, actually. So perhaps I take that back. It's got a lot of work to do. I mean, we're talking about, what is this, 300 billion with a B versus 70 billion? Yeah, so yeah, quite a fair bit more to be fair. But Solana should gain a lot of ground here. So I take that back. It's still a Bitcoin and Ethereum market with Solana in the third position, but Solana should gain some ground here. I expect it'll probably get at least above 100 billion and probably close to like 150, maybe even 200 billion. Sometime this cycle, I suspect, but yeah, not as good as what I would have expected. Funnily enough, Tether still one of the highest, one of the best investments long term. And Toncoin, this thing actually came out of nowhere. I don't remember ever seeing really much about this, but I believe it's Telegram's native coin, and that's number 8 now. Holy shit! I never even checked the top 10 market cap shit coins, honestly, but it changes around every cycle, it seems. But there are some familiar faces here. The stable coins, XRP still in the top 10 somehow. And now we got Ethereum and Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. And Cardurpio now is number 10. And Dogecoin is still in the top 10 as well because this market is extremely healthy, Perhaps the most bearish take. Dogecoin still has an over 14 billion market cap. You know what that means? This market is very healthy. Like a literal fucking meme, a literal meme, a literal meme, a literal fucking meme, a literal fucking meme. Maybe there's something to it. I don't know. And Tron's still up there somewhere too. What the hell, man? I didn't even know that Tron still exists. Let's actually check this one out as well. Let's see. This is my time now. I'm doing all my own requests. Tron. I mean, look. I'm gonna say something that's gonna piss off some people. Tron, it does have higher lows from cycle to cycle. It's performed better than XRP, that's for sure. If you're talking about just like dog shit that you can, lose your time in and actually not lose money over time, I guess Tron slightly better than XRP. In fact, let's look at it. Let's look at Tron versus XRP. Do we have this pairing? We do have this pairing on Binance for whatever god awful reason, and a general uptrend over the full history of it since 2018. Can't hate it, I guess. You're charting shit versus piss, sir. Shit versus piss. See what else we got here. Shiba Inu somehow in the top 13. So we got multiple highly intelligent and very forward-thinking meme coins here, which is really, really good. Even Bcash is somehow. How the fuck is Bcash there? What the hell is this? What the hell is this thing even doing still alive? That is the real question. I remember when this thing first came out, it spiked up to 4,000 plus. Never saw there ever again. Lower highs the whole way through, and I'm very, very confident you have your next lower high in a series of lower highs. And best thing you can do this cycle is maybe put in a rally. I don't know, maybe back to 400. That is a hard chart to love. In fact, it's a very easy chart to hate. Actually, looking at the real chart here on linear scale, wow. The trend is clear. The trend is obvious, and the trend says that Bcash is a real Bitcoin. CZ is out soon. I thought that he already stepped down or whatever. Oh, no, he's out of jail soon, you mean? Okay, well, that's good. I like free mind crown surfing. The funny thing is, man, I very rarely check on like anything else in this market. So it's actually quite enlightening to me to just check out on this. And that's one of the reasons why I do these live streams, is because I like the people of this community are much more in tune with the general market than I am. And I actually learn a lot from those. It's quite a selfish endeavor, actually. Even Litecoin's still up there, but Litecoin's still starting to really fall off significantly. And that's to be expected. I wonder whatever happened to that guy who sent me like a fucking book long worth of "you should not talk shit about Litecoin, sir." It was like a similar thing to the fucking Britney. Leave Britney alone. Leave Litecoin alone. It's not a scam. Crown's misleading people. It's not a scam. I didn't say it's a scam. I just said it has a dog shit chart and it's not going to do shit. And well, it hasn't done shit. Yeah, that I remember that email is right here. May of 2021. Litecoin bad. It appears so. It would appear so, sir. Devin is throwing cash everywhere right now. We'll get to that a little bit later. But goddamn, man, yeah, terrible chart here. Just god awful. Curious what the quarterly looks like as well. Yeah, also not great. Even the hopium trend line can't save a shit like this. Not good. I mean, the best case scenario for Litecoin was always just being a testing ground for upgrades on Bitcoin. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. CZ is working on de-dollarization and working with BRICS. Oh, well, fuck him then. How long we been live, chat? We've been live for a good about half an hour, actually, and I haven't even done a single portion of real analysis on Bitcoin. Just looking at shitcoins here. Almost done with the caffeine. I need to get this one in nice and early so I don't stay up too late at night, because my sleep needs to be on point right now, man. It needs to be really fucking good. Can't afford a night of bad sleep in training camp, man. My coach absolutely fucking kills me. We do sprints for 10 fucking minutes long. I mean, obviously not 10 minutes straight long, but 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. Just, that is fucking killer, man. Absolutely fucking killer. Anyways, Litecoin to 3,000 this cycle. Yes, 3,000 Venezuelan bolivars would be the proper denominating currency, man. I don't see too much that I like about this long term. In fact, just about nothing actually long term. It continues to disappoint long term, as is the trend with most things not named Bitcoin. And maybe soon to be Solana as well. Could be Solana as well, actually. In fact, see what Solana, I mean, yeah, hard to hit on Solana here too. Let's actually just look at the yearly for Bitcoin just while we are here. Here is linear. Let's actually go to log scale for this one. I put out a chart on this on Twitter. It must have been like a week or two ago. Don't lose sight of the greater picture here. And I mean, still hard to hate. It's a long 4 months left to go in this year, but well, I'd really like to see it close above the 2021 high. That would look incredibly good for continuation, at least to a real all-time high in 2025. But so far okay. You know, can make some excuses for it as usual. Real analysis is overrated. Line up, go down, line go down, line go up, line go down, line go up, line go down. Exactly, man. Line go up, line go down. I already made this yearly chart published on TradingView. Oh wow, man, crazy. Maybe that's where you're banned, just for being completely emotionally unintelligent. I did not know that you made a chart on it on Twitter, man. I didn't know. I'm sorry. I promise I won't do it again, man. I promise I won't do it again. Hey, Krown, did you see Nick's rap music video on Twitter? You mean Get Rich Nick? No, actually, I don't think I have. Let's see what's going on Twitter. I still call it Twitter. It's been X for a long time now. Let me see. What's his is his handle Choose Rich now? It is Choose Rich. Holy shit. All right, let's see what he's got. Oh, he does. It is. All right, let's see what it is. We'll play this for like a few seconds.
The investigator's back at it, giving you the news via melody. Had to break it down for y'all. Plain English.
How do I get this bigger? Yes, here we go. No, yes.
The investigator's back at it,
work.
giving you the news via melody. Had to break it down for y'all in plain English. Let's go. Last week kicked off the trial of Sam Bankman. Prosecution came out swinging tons of ammunition. Caroline, Gary, and the Block 5 Prince. Futures traded so complex, jury not convinced. Ring, it's Nick O'Neal on the line. Is the other fucking damn Miss Caroline? I'm headed down, back after nappy. I hopped on the bike and floated straight downtown. Just in time to see Caroline.
Better than Drake.
Staring down. Despite a guilty vibe, she blocked the defense inquisition. Answers were the perfect Sam's obvious conviction.
Hey, it's Mr. Cohen. Don't talk smack about my Sam. So he paid some Thai hookers.
This is actually really well done.
Caroline and Gary.
Dude, he's production value is fucking top notch. This Nick is actually a creative mastermind. Him and Pio, they are just fucking great, man. Super cool. I love just about everything that they do, man. It's fucking beautiful, just fucking beautiful. Like this is actually really high quality production, like the editing and everything, and like the cinematography. This is actually like really impressive. This motherfucker, man. This motherfucker's good. All right, let's see what we got over here. What other pieces of shit do we have in this market? Caspa actually working its way into something of relevance in ICP. I remember this one from a cycle or two ago. PP. How big of the market cap is this one? 3 billion, over 3 billion for PP. Great sign. Monero, holy shit, I forgot about Monero. Monero is a very interesting one to me. Sorry, let me just bring it up right here. Monero is a very interesting one to me. This one used to be in the top 10, like back when I joined this market. And it was always presented to me as like, Monero is one of the legitimate ones. And it probably honestly is. I mean, it is a privacy coin. It seems to do what it does well. But it's fallen off quite a fair bit. Let's actually see what the chart looks like. What does Monero look like? I'm guessing not too good, seeing as no one asked about it anymore. Yeah, not great. I mean, it is consolidating at a high level here, but it's been consolidating for fucking 7 years, and the rest of the market's moved on to new highs. That's just not a good sign, man. The long-term trend is not to the downside, but it's just not super impressive to the upside, which is more of an issue. As always, you have to think in terms of opportunity costs, and there is an opportunity cost of holding something like this when sort of like the index of this market, Bitcoin, has been moving up to new highs and by many multiples. I mean, that's probably what you should be measuring yourself by, which is why looking at shitcoin versus Bitcoin pairing is actually quite useful, especially in upside markets, as that's what you should be marked against. I mean, it's the same sort of ideology as what you think of with looking at SPX in traditional markets and measuring your gains against that, something like that. But yeah, looking at XMR versus Bitcoin, long-term, very unimpressive chart, very ugly, nasty, just disgusting piece of shit chart, unfortunately. And that is why we must ask a question. Yes, indeed. We need to know. Is this working? Oh my God, it's working. It's a fucking dump. Is this one working?
Yes.
Holy shit, it's everything's working today. This is great. It is great. Okay, the yes lady is she's I think she broke the stream a little bit there. Solana versus Bitcoin. Yeah, we actually looked at that earlier. Sorry, no, we did not. Let's see, or did we look at it earlier? I don't remember. Yeah, we did look at it earlier. No, this is significantly better than Ethereum versus Bitcoin. So I do think that you're going to see Solana eat significantly into Ethereum's market cap here. What about even XRP? I'm just curious because I've been getting a lot of questions about XRP recently as well. What the fuck is XRP doing? XRP is doing usually what it usually does, which is not much. It has bounced off this level since basically its inception in 2014. Maybe it gets another one, but the trend is very clear. All bounces result in lower highs. So hard to love as usual, man. It's just a weird one. Like for whatever reason, the XRP community it's like a QAnon community where people always are talking about like the secret in the background, or like the Bcash community, or the BSV, or all the other variations of that fucking dumpster fire. Like people always say, like the supporters will always say, dude, you need to look into it. Okay, you need to look into it. Do your research. It's like, just fucking tell me. If you can't tell me in one sentence, fuck off. Okay. Bitcoin, very, very simple in one sentence. Store value. Okay, great. All right, I get it. Nice. Beautiful. Censorship resistant store value. Awesome. XRP in one sentence. Wait. XRP in one sentence. Come on, man. With a picture. Yes, indeed. It's a dump, man. It's a fucking dumpster fire. And Zcash. Yes, that's another one. Holy shit. Whatever happened to this thing? This was another privacy coin by Zuko my dicko. And this one actually put in a pretty good rally here, to be fair. But long term, again, just super, super, super unimpressive. Probably does continue on with this rally overall. But I mean, goddamn, this is just pathetic long term. Again, puts in actually, this one made new highs in 2021. Holy shit. Why did no one talk about it then? No, it did not. This data is just not all inclusive. That's the issue. I know Poloniex has more data. Yeah, the long-term trend continues on and on we go. The long-term trend just down and down we go. The real question is, why are the comments on the stream, view, so not done well? Let me actually change the viewer count right here. We'll get into Bitcoin in just a second here. I promise. There's 12 viewers now. There's 1,261. Nice one, man. Good morning to all of the 1,261 rapscallions watching right now. You dirty fucking heathens. Anyways, need a few more sips of this water, then we'll get into Bitcoin. Dragon coin. I remember Dragon Chain. Dragon Chain was going to have contracts with Disney, and so it needs to go up. I don't make the rules. Just good. It's good, man. All right, cool. Okay, let's make sure that everything is properly situated here. Okay, boom. Yes, we got. Actually, I do want to check this while we are here. I was playing around with another strategy earlier this morning. This one is a 12-hour strategy for Bitcoin over the past since 2018, so that would be 6 years, with pretty good results. But I'm curious, do we actually have an entry if we change around the criteria for entry? And what are the results if we look at it like that? Yes, we do. And are the results better than the daily, actually, the daily filter? So sorry, I'm just playing around with my own tools here. This is the Krown automation service. But okay, so if I go to a 2-day time frame filter, net profit is 1.4%, profitable is 33. Let's see what a daily looks like, which is what I had before. Okay, percent profitable goes up and net profit goes up. So yes, a daily filter is better than a 2-day filter, but a 2-day filter will have another entry. It will have another entry, yes, later today. Well, I shouldn't say it will for sure. I mean, obviously, Bitcoin needs to close above that red 5 exponential moving average. It's the same sort of 5 exponential moving average strategy that we spoke about on the daily. Very similar, very, very similar. Small differences here and there. If you're in the Krown automation service, this one right here, I actually posted that strategy, a variation of what I'm actually using right now in the Discord, where you can see. But yeah, going back to it, I actually do want to see the performance summary. Let's see. I mean, generally the equity curve is still pretty good here, but it does become less efficient overall, which is not a great sign. Average winning trade 6.5%, average losing trade 180. Okay, and if we go back to a daily, I'm guessing that goes up. So let's just check it out again. It's so hilarious to me how such a simple strategy can be so effective. Let's check it out. Okay, so this is what the daily filter. Average winning trade goes up a little bit. Average losing trade also goes down a little bit as well, which is also quite nice there. So 684 versus I think it was 660 earlier. So that actually does add up to quite a fair bit over time. Let's see, and what numbers am I using for this? Okay, great. All right, yeah, cool. Okay, simple enough. Some sippy sips, and then we'll get into the actual analysis. My head is already feeling pounded from this caffeine, I guess. Can we see Saruman? He's literally in a different room. But I will show you it. Okay, I will show you. Oh, God damn it! I just typed it in wrong. I'll show you, and then we'll get to the analysis. I think I'll be recovered by then. I don't even know if they have it anymore because it's so like, it's so fucking crazy, man. It's so fucking crazy. Maybe it's on YouTube. Okay, let's see if I type it in. Will it pop up here? Yes, holy shit, it is here. Wow, it is here. It's this, man. It's this. It's so big it doesn't even fit on the screen. It is, okay, where are the dimensions? It is literally 111 centimeters tall. So yeah, it's more than half my size because I'm like 170 or 173. It's fucking insane, man. It's fucking insane. It's absolutely monstrous. I also have a massive Sauron as well, but nothing dwarfs this guy. This guy is just a beast of a piece. My prized possession, my very much prized possession. Very, very nice indeed. All right, we got enough water now. I think we're ready to go. And you know what? For the purposes of this video, I actually am going to present the 2-day time frame setup here because the statistics are still relevant nonetheless, and maybe some people will find that interesting here. So I'll record this one for later. Oh, fuck. That's the wrong button. Damn it. Okay, that's right. Okay, recording over here. In today's video, we're going to be going over a 12-hour strategy that could be firing off as soon as the middle of today, that being today, Thursday, and then also just a general outlook on Bitcoin and traditional markets as well. And without further ado, we can just jump right on this one. Starting off with that setup, which is going to very likely fire off later today, assuming that Bitcoin can close above 56,280 in the next 12-hour period, which is closing when? Which is closing. Actually, I don't have my timer here for whatever reason, but I do believe it closes in 6 hours, or a little bit less than 6 hours. If you do see Bitcoin close above there, then technically speaking, there would be a bit of a setup, which does have some very interesting statistics over the long-term history of it. This is being backtested over the past 6 years here. You can see that it does have an over 33% strike rate. So it is more likely to lose than win, but the setup with it is, well, it's quite, it's quite favorable, as the average winning trade returns over 6.5%, and the average losing trade loses about 180. And it's a very simple strategy to play out nonetheless. I put out a video on a daily strategy that is very similar to this one over this past weekend. And basically, anytime Bitcoin closes above the 5 exponential, which I will just put on this one right here, it's the red moving average on the chart. Well, that initiates a long alongside a 2-day time frame uptrend represented by the 25 and 55 exponential moving average crosses, which are across the upside right here. And you can see that it actually did fire off a signal a day and a half ago, which did lose a very small loss here, but a loss nonetheless. And it's probably going to fire off another one right here. And so, you know, perhaps that will be the impetus for a greater spark in this current short-term rally that Bitcoin is experiencing off of the $49,000 level or so. And again, just looking at the long-term results, not every trade is going to be a winner. Obviously, more trades lose than not, but that equity curve goes up and to the right. Again, showcasing that, you know, just being consistent with the strategy, no matter how simple it is, over time can be very, 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 very rewarding. Anyways, moving on from there, I do want to get into some price statistics for today being Thursday, which does have basically a coin flips toss probability in terms of closing positively or negatively. But what we're interested in here is the returns on average for the positive and negative side. The positive side would be 1 3/4 versus the negative side, which is 165. So we can likely come up with a range of price today, which has been working pretty damn well recently. And to the upside, Bitcoin's already significantly exceeded the average positive return. Currently, the high of the day is actually 4.5% of the way, and where Bitcoin currently is right now is about 370 or so. If it were to trade back down closer to that average, then 170 would put Bitcoin back down to about $56,000. And obviously to the downside, that would very likely put Bitcoin back down around $54,000. But it does look like Bitcoin will trade outside of that range of probabilities likely today. This one has already, have we traded above, or not but has Bitcoin traded above yesterday's high? No, it has not just yet, but if it does, very, 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 very likely be looking for this one to continue higher. Maybe not necessarily today, but likely into tomorrow. Probably playing out this setup over here. And remember, this setup does on average for the winning trades return above 6.5%. So let's see what 6.5% from the entry of that setup would look like. Let's just assume, somewhere around 56. That'd put Bitcoin somewhere close to about $60,000, give or take. Doesn't really do too much for the bears or the bulls if Bitcoin does come back up to $60,000, but perhaps a tradable event nonetheless, or perhaps useful in your own analysis of this market or within the context of your own strategy as well. Anyways, moving on from there, looking at the daily HPDR, we continue to see volatility contraction, and we continue to see that the daily HPDR is turning up from these extreme low levels, which we have not seen extreme low levels like this since basically the last bear market, actually. The last time that we even saw something comparable to this was November of 2022, and obviously Bitcoin was putting in, its last macro low there, and the 2 times before that we saw this, within even recent history, were preceding some pretty significant bounces, I should add. These bounces from low to high were 25% on this one. I mean, Bitcoin's already played out more than 25% bounce on this current move. And then the other one was about a 40% bounce. I'm actually curious if we have any other iterations throughout the history where it did get this low. And, oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong one. Let's go to HPDRO. Do we have any examples in a bull market is a real question. Yes, we do. May of 2021. Which was sort of like the mid-cycle correction, if you want to call it that. And that did take about 2.5 to 3 months to kind of shake itself out, but did provide the impetus for, sorry, not a macro low, but a major low within an overall uptrend. So, do we see something similar over here? Perhaps yes. That's kind of my thoughts right now. If you are bullish, I do think that best case scenario is Bitcoin trades sideways for a month and a half, basically somewhere into like around October, and then maybe we see another 4 to 6 months of tries to the upside. Moving on from there, I do want to add, just for the long term for Bitcoin here, just as like a general sort of perception as to where Bitcoin is at in the greater scheme of things, the weekly time frame is what we're looking at right here, which is going to close tomorrow for CME. We do say that Bitcoin is getting a nice wick off of that green moving average, which is a 55 exponential moving average. We can see that throughout the history of Bitcoin. Let me actually get rid of all the other major moving averages here so we can just focus on this one. Throughout the history of Bitcoin, when Bitcoin has been in bull markets, tests down to that major moving average have been buys. I mean, they have been major lows. Anywhere around there really have been phenomenal buys. And when Bitcoin really starts to, have significant close below it, those have actually been your typically beginning of major bear markets. Again, similar thing to what we saw back in 2021 here as well. Not to be confused with what we just looked at. And we saw this actually back last summer here too, where Bitcoin did close right around the 55 several times before launching significantly higher. So, if you are more long-term minded, I would say that I still don't think it's wise to be calling any sort of macro shift to a macro bear market, especially as long as Bitcoin is above that level, which is $52,000. It's just not even a topic of conversation as far as I'm concerned. Now, for the next month or so, probably into the end of August, I would think at minimum, we could very easily see a range between very low 60s and that moving average, and it kind of puts in its time, something like that, as it does shake everything out. But, that's likely going to take its time. Again, I want to go over here to traditional markets, mainly focusing on Nasdaq. And, this one is a lot more of an easy call to me as far as calling a low. Looking at NAS futures right here, again, another beautiful wick off of that green 55, which, does have a pretty high correlation with Bitcoin. But long term, this current correction needs to be taken into context of the greater market. And this is not a concerning move to me as of right now for traditional markets. I don't think that this is what a lot of people were saying earlier this week, that this is like the flippening and everything's going to go down from here and blah, 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 blah for traditional markets. I do think worst case scenario, you might see down to like 15, 15-ish. 15,000-ish is what I mean to say for Nasdaq, not for Bitcoin, but for Nasdaq. I think that's like worst case scenario here, but I wouldn't be surprised if it even puts in a low right here. It's either right here of what we've already seen this week, and yes, it can retest that region completely fine, and who knows what happens to Bitcoin during a retest. But if that fails, $15,000, and I don't think you're looking at anything like significantly worse than that for right now. And like I said earlier this week on Tuesday, I actually added a bit to my stocks position. These are very long-term positions, I should say, and they were essentially built between Q3 of 2022 and basically right around here in 2023 October as well. So am I going to be wrong on that? Who knows? But at the end of the day, these are very long-term holds, and we'll see what happens from there. Just the long-term, I still don't have a major issue with this. So to me, that means continue to hold or continue to add. And I'm really looking to offload these things probably in 2025. If anything. So yeah, anyways, that's going to do it for today's analysis of the corns. And I think we'll leave this one right there. As always, I want to wish you the best. This video is being recorded during a nice live stream on Thursday, which you can join it in next week. And we'll also have a live stream on Tuesday as well. If you want to join the almost 1,400 people right now who are watching live and having a nice little chat, as well as looking at some Instagram stories. Anyways, with that said, I'd like to wish you the best. Take care, much love, and see you hopefully next time. All right, nice one, sirs and zers. Okay, we got the recording. That's good. I'm gonna go check out the chats. In the meantime, we can look at some more of this shit. Oh yeah, show it to me, baby. Let me see what the chat's got over here. I'm gonna see what Elsa has figured out. What are you sending me? Okay. What the fuck is this guy?
What's up, fuckers?
It's Vampire Jack 3, actually. Okay, so we have Apsis first. He's looking at Arrow, symbol A-E-R-O. All right, I need to turn this off. I'm just going to watch this shit all day. It's like I'm addicted to it, too. Okay, let's check it out. Is this a real stock? Aerodome. It sounds like Aerodime. Aerodome. Aerodrome. It is a fucking crypto. All right. Okay, it's been around for less than a year, so already off to a good start. Yeah, it did not make a lower low. So I mean, I think the strong ones did not make lower lows on this last dump. Let's see. What else are you saying on this, or am I just CPU? Okay. Oh, okay. All right. I guess I just don't understand like what you're going off of there. But let me actually put these things back on, and let me actually bring up a different chart as well. What are you laughing at? Why are you laughing? No more laughing. Yeah, I would look at that as a strong sign of strength. But again, things are going to be tethered generally to Bitcoin's movement. So, if Bitcoin bounces, this thing should bounce more. I would expect. In fact, let's see how much this bounce has already been. Yeah, it's been a 40. It's basically been a 50% bounce already. The most obvious thing for something like this is that, hey, the second that you trade back above your July highs, I mean, this thing is going to fucking fly, and you're going to see it probably put in a move close to like $1.5, $2. But this can take a long time to play out. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of this in this region here, and then maybe tries move to the upside. Again, I think that we're waiting around mostly until October. I do think that we're waiting around mostly until October, and realistically, despite this past week's volatility and just really actually fun and price, actually, to be honest. We actually, if you go to a weekly and you're looking at just closures here, if you go to a line chart, we haven't really seen a break of anything yet, I guess, but we haven't really seen a break of anything as of now. So it does take its time. Elsa, can you fill up my water with some fresh, high quality and cold H2O, please? Okay, just terrible way to fucking take it. All right. Getting all sorts of getting all sorts of messages right now too. All right, let's see. Farhan says, "Good morning, Krown. What's up, man? My friend Ben fought Dawood last year. You're friends with Ben Williams? Nice, man. Holy shit. I actually know I don't know him that well, but I was speaking with his trainer. His trainer's like really fucking cool. He's this Mexican dude in Dubai, and he just has the coolest style, man. So I'll see you there, man. Or actually, will I see you there? Will I see you there is the real question. Devin says JTO daily, weekly. Okay, JTO. What are you herpening and derpening about? There's some issues on the chat. Okay. Let's see. JTO again, another one that did not make new lows on the dump. I mean, you have to look at this as relative strength. Again, it's not wise to get excited about anything here as long as you're, below, what is this, these July highs. But, consolidating sideways within this range is going to be fine. It does have relative strength here. What the hell is this thing, by the way? I'm actually curious. What is this thing? I'm going to do my research right here. What is this JTO nonsense? JITO. What is it? Let me guess. Low market cap. Okay, 300 million. So it's not super high, not super low. Okay, the long term, yeah, it does look very uninteresting, I would say. So maybe we just don't have the. Yeah, it's not super interesting here. Let me pull up my momentum chart as well. I'm curious what this one would say. I'm guessing things are still going to be suggestive of sideways, but let's just check it out. JTO. Okay. Let's maybe get, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. JITO. All right, cool. I guess, yeah, I already have charted this one out. I charted this one out. I don't know when I charted this one out, but I would still be sticking with this, man. The LARP lines likely continue on. Short term, probably does continue up. Okay, we looked at this one on Tuesday and I said, yes, likely continues up to $2.50. We've already gotten that, but I don't think you're going to break out from here. I think you're going to find a high, maybe somewhere below $3 and then continue on like this for a while. And then try an upside move. But yeah, perhaps one to watch. It has acted well throughout this week, which is a good sign. Let's see what else we got. Michael Longcar, what's up, man? Thank you so much for the daily updates. My pleasure, man. It's really the daily rituals, and it's a selfish endeavor as well, man. At the end of the day, I have to do my own analysis, and it keeps me sharp, or as sharp as I can hope to be. But yeah, man, I really appreciate that sentiment, man. That's really, really kind of you, and thank you, man. Thank you. The real G squared says INJ on the daily. Okay, injective. I remember this one from. This one's been around for a cycle or so. Don't know when I charted this one last. It might have been last cycle, honestly. Let me get rid of this. I need to get rid of this. Yeah, there we go. Relatively weak here, still well below the July lows. The stronger things have certainly reclaimed those lows, and the strongest ones never even made new lows. So I wouldn't look at that as good. Is it likely to kind of trade sideways off of this $13.50 level? Very likely, yes. But it's just upside moves. I don't think it's going to do a hell of a lot in downside moves. It seems to overperform there. See where our major fibs are. This thing could bounce up very easily to 19 or even $21, and it doesn't really mean much. I think best case scenario is you hold this range for like a long time. We'll see what the monthly looks like as well. Yeah, no, I do think that it will bounce here. Yes, I don't think it's going to break down from here really, but. Well, it's going to depend on Bitcoin. Look, if Bitcoin comes back down to like 54 or 55, I mean, this thing will make new lows most likely. Yeah, weird one, honestly. But, I do think that Bitcoin will at least try a bounce here, and this thing will as well. And you'll probably see like $19. I think $19 minimum. And then, if you get a rejection at $19 and you see like a clear lower high, that's going to be a big problem for something like this, because the downtrend has set in and is getting stronger, actually. Michael Longcard wants to look at J2 as well. JTO is just the name of the day, isn't it? I didn't look at a 4-hour earlier, so we can look at that as well. Sure, why not? Yeah, I mean, 4-hour, again, I do think that this rally continues a little bit more from here. Probably up somewhere underneath $3, like $2.90 to $3. But still sideways is the name of the game. I don't think that you're going to be just cleanly fucking shooting to new highs above that 330 high that you saw in July. If you did see something like that, then sure, yeah, this thing is going to, rocket back to those prior highs. But this is not a bad thing overall. This one is an example of one of the strongest that I think that we'll probably see today in the cryptocurrency market, at least. Although I think that there were even a few things that were making new all-time highs, like some meme shitcoins, something like that. CSPB says, Billy coin. This certainly is not a meme. It's on BitGet, CoinEx, Nexi, and Bitmart. Okay, great. Not good. Not been around for too long here, so it's always hard to do like any real announcement on something like this. But okay, let's see. All right, it's trading at 5 cents. It used to trade at 25 cents, so it needs about a literal 5x from here to even get back to those prior highs. I guess not impossible when you have like low liquidity bullshit, but I'm gonna look at something like this and say probably not, man. Probably not. But there's really not enough history here to be going off of. Maybe I'm looking at it at a wrong chart. We can go to MEXC and see if it has anything better. And not really. I do think that if this thing were to bounce here, you're probably gonna find a lower high. And even trading up to like 11, 12 cents, you still got lower highs, and that's your 382 fib. I mean that's a hard one in my opinion. I don't think that it's going to salvage itself here. Am I on fib scale as well? Let's see. No, I'm not. So yeah, that's going to be a problem. Can rally quite a fair bit, but do be cognizant of lower highs below 12 cents, especially. All right. Jay Boogie says MPC USD. I think this one was the one that was like doing something, or it was doing the thing. It was my camera's dead. There it goes. Yes, indeed. Goodbye, camera. Yeah, it was good while it lasted. So I'll just turn it off right now. Let me actually just go to a different chart view as well. And actually, I will just do it this way. In fact, this will be much easier if I just go boom. There we go. Lovely. All right, you can't see me, but you can hear me, and we got the comments on the board as well. But why the fuck are those comments so massive? Like, why is that looking so bizarre? It looks very strange, very very strange. There's got to be a better way. Maybe the box style will do it. No, that's not helping. That's not doing it. Maybe the Twitch style will do it. Maybe not as well. Maybe the font size will do it. Ah, yes. Here we go. Okay. I think this is the issue here. So let's try this. Let's see if that helps. Oh my God. Okay, no, it's still really awful. I'm going to lower it even more. Go down to like an 11 size. And let's actually make this. Sorry, I'm like doing my stream during the stream. Great time to be doing something like that. There we go. Can you be naked now? You can be naked now. It's not going to make any difference. In fact, I'm going to take my shirt off as well. It's too fucking hot here. All right. Back onto target here. MPC coin having a great bounce. I believe we looked at this one earlier this week after the wreckage, and this one is performing very well actually. And I do believe that we said, hey, this one is one to watch. And I believe we said a rally up to like 2.25 or 2.5. We've already gotten that and still showing strength here. So I do think that this rally will try higher overall. I don't know if it's going to try higher today, but we do see stochastic momentum clean up above 140. And I suspect you actually will pop back up towards, close to 3 cents. Actually, this is not bad at all. It's actually the opposite of not bad. It's good. It might even be stronger than the JTO thing that we saw earlier today. It's just, I think they can take some time still, just like J2. I think that these things will take some time going sideways. So while, it could look something like this, right? Just continue on with those higher lows. That's really, 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 really good to see here. So follow the trend as always. What's up, Satvik Verma? I appreciate that, man. Feel free to have a message as well, though, sir. CZ says, update on the hash ribbons. Unfortunately, the hash ribbons have failed. So they failed both on the daily and the 5-day. So I'm really having trouble finding Hopium. Maybe you got the weekly still, but I really don't like going off that too much, man. I guess if you really wanted to say you could go off the weekly, like maybe if the weekly salvages itself above that last low, which is 55,900, which is actually lower than what the 5-day pivot is, maybe, but I don't like that it's failed on both the daily and the 5-day, because anytime that we've seen it fail on both the daily and the 5-day, those have led to severely more nasty crashes, actually, every time. And that's that's a real problem when you're looking for some opium for YouTube. So there's that, man. Yeah, if you want to be bearish, that'd actually be a bearish reason at this point. And if the weekly closed below as well, then there is going to be, in my opinion, nothing in terms of hopium there. Satvik says, capitulating constipation continues. Indeed it does, my man. Just make sure to use the Porta-potty hack, and you can do your capitulating in private. Okay. We have Michael Longcar again. He's looking at CAS, symbol KAS. Let's check it out. Let me get rid of that prior chart, actually, because it's going to take up some bandwidth here. CAS USD. Let me check on my own computer and what it's doing right now. Okay. Actually operating pretty well. Anyways, okay, so symbol CAS, this one was one of the more strong ones this cycle. It hit this target that we had in here from way back in July. I have to be looking at this as very likely your next major low. There's a lot of things that I like going on right here. It's spending some time. It's had a great bounce. You're about to see momentum turn back up above basically 15 cents, which it's a decent amount above, as of right now. I'm curious what the 5-day looks like, how that one closed. It's corrective still overall, so I don't think you're going to be breaking out to new all-time highs or anything like that soon. But sideways within this region is going to be considered pretty damn good. And again, another example of one of the more strong ones. My fear, however, or not necessarily a fear, but where would I be very comfortable getting very, very bearish on this thing? Anywhere below 14 cents on a weekly or monthly closure, that would be quite concerning, and likely bring it back down to 10 cents after that. 9 to 10 cents, somewhere around there, if that did happen. But until then, sideways is going to still continue to favor the BULAs. You still have a nice uptrend here, but I imagine you're probably going to start to print some pretty nasty divergences if it does come back down below those areas that we just spoke about. Let me just check it out over here. Let's see what it looks like from this angle. Yeah, you do have several drops of bearish divergence, but you could very easily argue that this one's already played out. I mean, that is a pretty nasty move all the way down to just above the 55. That was a 40% move. I mean, if it's not that, then that's like literally going to be the high for a very long time. So fair enough. All right, moving on from there, we have, or you also want to look at the 4 hours as well. 4 hour time frame, I do think that this rally will continue a little bit more. Perhaps another test towards 17 cents. Again, doesn't really do anything for me in the greater scheme of things, but yeah. You're seeing some drives of phantom divergence here, so I do expect that this one tries a little bit higher. It would technically have a higher low in the 4 hour time frame. So if you do see it not just trade to 17 cents, but trade above 17 cents, let's say like 17 and a half, then you actually will have an uptrend as you have a higher low and a higher high, and from there you have to be looking towards 1920. So fair enough. Counter trade statistics on hash ribbon's failure. Yeah, for the hash ribbon's failure, it's been a minimum of 25% move to the downside from there, which actually, you know what? Yeah, where's your message? Post your damn message, huh? All right, there we go. Super chats go first. Yes, as always, because... Oh, wait, hold on. I'm actually on the wrong thing. Yeah, don't be spamming no shit. It's fucking annoying, and people don't like it.
Also, a new rule, no whining.
Elsa says there's a new rule. No whining. No whining. All right. Whiners get banned. That's right. Whiners get canceled. All right. Let's see. Sorry. Okay. Yes. Sorry. Who was that? Drew Hill. Drew Hill brought up a really good point here. So what are the counter trade statistics on the hash ribbon's failure? Actually, I believe it's a 25% minimum loss, but we might have already seen that on a wick basis. Let's see. Oops, I'm on the wrong thingy. Just looks fucking ugly there. So it'd be from this low right here to there. No, that'd be 14% lower. So that actually would not be considerate of that. 25% would put Bitcoin, closer to like $42,000. So fair enough. Anyways, moving on from there, we have the real G squared. He says, did you figure out which state to move to yet? We're heavily leaning towards Florida. Very, very likely Florida. Maybe we'll check out Arizona a little bit, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be Florida. Just need to find like the right area. We're looking at places in Tampa, Sarasota. A lot of people have also been saying, what's it called? What's the thing? The herpity derp? I forget. Boca Raton. Yeah, that's it. Boca Raton, and a lot of people also suggesting outside of Orlando as well. But it needs to be walkable for us. It needs to be walkable for us because Elsa cannot drive, and she should not be driving as well. You know it to be true. You know it to be true. Big Bull says, Moo the bull, please. All right, let's check out Moo. Let's get rid of this again. Whoops. Let's go to Moo the bull. What is Moo the bull doing here on MEXC? Another example. Oh, holy shit. Really impressed. Okay, this one gets Best Chart of the Day award, actually. Not only did it not trade below its July lows, it put in significantly higher low and is already pound for pound up way more than anything else that we've seen today. Hidden bullish divergence on that last low as well. Actually, really impressive, man. Jesus Christ. What the hell is this thing? It's probably a meme. It's probably a meme. No crying in the cave. That's right. No crying in the cave. There's no crying in the cave. No crying in the cave. Yeah. Shit, man. If anything is going to retest the highs and make new highs, it'll be this. Look, if Bitcoin continues on with its bounce, which, based off this setup over here, I think could be very, very likely, or actually, technically it's less likely, but the probabilities are there. If this one does work out, this thing will retest highs, maybe even make new highs. This one's really impressive, man. Really, really impressive, especially for a meme. What the fuck? What the fuck? Jay Clark, y'all. Whoever is pissing off Elsa, just stop. Sam, shut the fuck up. Just shut up, man. For the love of God. Holy shit, man. You have to stop, man. You have to stop. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus fucking Christ. Jay Clark, y'all, says render on the 4-hour daily. Okay, RNDR, USD. You can just time them out as well. I mean, if it gets too annoying, just time them out. Jesus, I don't want to hear your fucking sighs in the background as well. It annoys me. It annoys me because it annoys Elsa, and then she starts fucking making noise, and then it annoys me. So cut it out. All right, unsubscribed. All right, ban them. Ban them. Get them out of here immediately. Yeah, looking at render right here, not impressive. Not impressive compared to the other strong ones, and this one was certainly a stronger one earlier this cycle. And I do think that it'll continue to bounce a little bit more here, but it's just not in the list of strong things. It's been basically straight down since June. Yeah, did not enjoy when Bitcoin bounced to $70,000. This thing did not even put in an uptrend. Jesus. You can just block him on email as well. I mean, if it gets that annoying, Jesus Christ. Anyways, yeah, we don't have the staff to account. We don't have the staff to deal with multiple fuck ups and shit like that. So just ban. We're also not a fucking adult kindergarten. So if you fuck up once, you're out. That's the way that it goes, unfortunately or fortunately. And we also got too many people already. We're too fucking full. Anyways, looking at render right here, I do think that it will bounce more overall, but not impressive compared to the other shit that we've seen today in the grand scheme of things. Could very easily continue this bounce to $5.50 in the next week or two. That's not really doing all that much. Yeah, for me, it's not proven itself here. So while I do think that this one continued the bounce to $5.50 quite easily, that's still a lower high, still a downtrend. The only way that I'd even consider this thing actually reversing if you start to trade back above $8, and that's almost a 2x away from here. So I think that this one's kind of entered into its long-term downtrend. So it'll move up on Bitcoin, moves up, but likely just put in lower highs. I do think that this one will actually come back down at some point to 3.25. So yeah. But daily time frame should bounce more. It should put in a decent bounce here. And percentage-wise, that is a very, very big bounce. I mean, these are tradable moves, sure. But long-term, I do think it's kind of losing it here. It's not doing what it needs to do at the right times. Giles says, check out the move of XRP USD yesterday, even if it's shite. Okay, sure, man. Let's check it out. XRP USD. See what we got. Yeah, I mean, it's a good move yesterday, of course, but the problem with XRP is that it puts in these good moves and it never follows through. I mean, you don't have to go too far back to find another example of just this exact same shit. We got one right here, right? Pops up, boom, trades sideways for a little bit, drops it back down, pops up, trades sideways, drops it back down, one pop, sideways and down, pop, sideways and down. That's my problem with XRP. Same shit right here as well. And all of these are resulting in lower highs. So, would it be wise to be thinking that this one's not going to be another lower high? I don't think so, no. I do like the weekly, though, I will say. I do like the weekly. Long term, I do think that this one will break out to the upside. It's just when you're comparing things to other things in this market and thinking in terms of opportunity cost, this one is not a winner. So it's like play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Yes, I do think that XRP will go up. Yes, I do think it'll actually go up probably close to like 90 cents to a buck. I don't know, sometime this year. But percentage-wise, that's not as big of a move as many things that you are going to see. And again, the real issue here, at least in my opinion, if I was looking to invest in something like this, is that you can have a big move up here in your Bitcoin parent, big move up. We're talking from where price action currently is to the next like major moving average is about 30% move, even to the next major one that you expect on like a trending lower high could be like an 80% move. But these all just are lower highs. That's the real problem with XRP, and I have no reason to believe that relationship is going to change anytime soon. So yeah, to answer your question, I do think it will move up from here. Like it is very clearly moving into a bullish posturing overall, and it very likely will test probably somewhere around a buck. Will it actually break out to new all-time highs? Maybe, but this thing is just a perennial disappointment, as every cycle, not every cycle, but in the past couple cycles, it's failed to make new highs, continues to trade generally sideways. I mean, just not a very interesting chart long term. But yes, I do think that it will move up overall this year, probably towards a buck. Some more water for me. HNT says Citiums. Okay, HNT. I forget this one. What is this one? I feel like I've heard this name before. Yeah, have heard this name before. It's a 2021 shitcoin. Terrible 2021 shitcoin. But is it going to move up in the short term? Very likely, yes. Very, very good response here. Very good response here this week. This one's already up 45%. It's already back above all major moving averages. Nearly it's certainly reclaimed last week's close, but it's almost back above last week's open, which is even fucking crazier. So long term, don't like it. Short term, I do think that this one will continue on with the rally, very likely retesting this prior high from July 27th at about 5.5 to 565. Does it break out from there on this current move? I don't know. I do think that this one could very easily trade sideways for a while, but overall, in the short term, not bad. Not bad at all, and very likely does continue on with this rally. So yeah. Yeah, not bad. Could very easily be something like this, testing this region, does something like this, the sideways dance for a while, and then tries its actual move to the upside. But long term, very hard chart to love. Yeah. Anyways, moving on, we have Anima. He's looking at symbol JUP. I actually have this one on my list. This is one that I follow myself. And another one that did not make new lows in this past dump. It obviously does not have as good of a bounce as several of the other things that we've seen already in this stream, especially that last one that we just saw. That was a very impressive bounce. But similar to the other ones, likely does have more in this current rally. Could very easily see it retest around 90 cents, 91 cents, something like that. We do see some hidden bullish divergence come off this last low as well. So I do suspect that this one will continue up in the short term as well. It's just, what's your trading range? Your trading range is basically the same as what it has been for the past couple months, it looks like. And I suspect that you could be doing this for a while as well, something like this, blah, 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 and then maybe a try to the upside, probably later in September, maybe October. That's where a lot of this stuff is kind of positioning towards in terms of timing, in my opinion, is that we're probably going to be waiting in like a general sideways market with its ups and downs within these ranges until likely somewhere around beginning of October. That's kind of where I'm at right now. And, the downside very likely down on this one in the short term. I mean, this one trades higher out of this low in the short term. You see daily Joule and daily RSI both giving some, I wouldn't necessarily say that they're upside signals, but they are like bounce signals. Yes, bounce signals would be the right terminology here. Long term, actually, in my opinion, one of the ones to watch. A lot of it makes sense. I like that it's a Solana shitcoin basically, but it's a Solana shitcoin that actually does something. I think it's an exchange or something like that. and so holding this range sideways, it probably does get rewarded more long term. Anyways, we have Sudesh. He has left a nice super chat, but no message. So appreciate that, man. But feel free to have some text there as well, sir. Big Bull says PPUSD. PPUSD, okay. Did we look at this one earlier? No, we did not look at this one earlier. Yeah, in terms of relative strength, this is not the one. I do think that PP is probably... It might have seen the highs for this cycle already, actually. And if Bitcoin does move to new highs, this thing, might retest around where you saw it in like middle of July. Not a humongous fan of this one in terms of relative strength. We've seen certainly many better things today already. But in the short term, does it continue on with this rally? Likely yes. Could very easily. Jesus Christ, these numbers are too damn big for me to even figure out how to say them, but somewhere around this red line here, I think is not asking for too much. Could very easily trade up to the 382 as well, somewhere right around here. These bounces likely do happen. It's just, it doesn't do anything for the long term. You have a pretty nasty downtrend starting to set in with this lower high from middle of July. So I do suspect that this bounce will continue. This bounce could continue like a good amount percentage wise. Just, is it going to reverse the trend? I have some trouble seeing that, man. But just because I have trouble seeing it doesn't mean that it can't happen. It's just I think it's going to be unlikely here. I think that this one, I have no reason to believe that this thing is reversing anytime soon. It just has not had one of these stronger moves. But short-term bounces, yeah, very likely yes. I don't think it's done doing that just yet. Most higher-term timeframes, a little bit of a cause for concern there. CZ says CCJ monthly. It's a stonk. Okay, nice. I like that you also specified as a stonk as well, because sometimes I get a little bit confusing for myself. But I do like looking at stocks. I do like looking at Forex as well and commodities. So, if you do want to look at those, I'm more than happy to. Look, it retested its prior all-time high, I'm guessing, from 2007. Obviously failed that prior all-time high. I do think that this one's seen the highs for a while here. While it probably does bounce in the short term as well. I know you asked for a monthly, but I do want to look at the short term here. It's just for reference. This thing could bounce up to like 44, even $45, and it's still lower highs the whole way through. So I do think that you've seen the highs for a while, and I do think that this thing will inevitably trade down somewhere closer to $30 overall. Before the next sort of real decision is made. Again, retesting your all-time highs, very likely to come down from there. So it's not super concerning, super long term, which sounds like you're probably more geared towards, but I do think that's, I do think that you're going to be coming back down closer to the middle of the range, and then maybe it puts in a major monthly low there, and that would be the one to really be cognizant of. What are you laughing about right now? What are you going off of?
Someone's name is Krown.
Krown is Uranus. Intro was gay. Great, man. Yes. See, this is why you have to ban people like this, because they do shit like this and it's funny. Yeah, man. I mean, you have to ask yourself, what kind of person does that? I know what kind of person does that. These people, the TikTards. The TikTards do that.
Wearing my favorite shirt, Oasis. I want to see Lee and Manolo reunite and bury the hatchet. You want to see him perform at a Super Bowl halftime show? Sure you would. That's all. Have a good day, everyone.
Have a good day, everyone. Have a good day. Oh, uh-oh.
The source of life.
Hold on.
The source of life.
Oh. All right, back onto the charts. Oddly Satisfying says, Ordi, just one at a time, man. We do have a lot of people here. Ordi, let's check it out. This one actually, I think, could be interesting because this is ordinals, right? Or is it? Is it ordinals? I don't know. I actually don't fucking know. Again, another one that just has not had an impressive bounce here. Don't like that in the greater scheme of things. Do I think it's going to bounce more? Yes, I do. I do think that it could very easily bounce, north of $30, like 31, 30 to 33. But the trend is your friend, and the trend is like very obviously to the downside here. There's not much to be looking forward to as long as it's below about $43. So yeah, while short term very likely does bounce more, I think best case scenario is that this thing will bounce more, sell back off to kind of where it's at right now, and then trade sideways for a while, and then try the actual reversal move. But it's got a long ways to go, man, and not in the conversation of the strongest ones you've seen today. This one is on the weaker side for sure. Significantly new lows, and actually still red on the weekly as well. All right. Bend over. He has a message. He is from Hong Kong, and he says, INTC weekly. Is this Intel?
Bend over?
That's how bend over. No, its name is not bend over. It's bend over. Yes, and I'm sure that you've also heard of Hugh Jass. INTC. Yeah, so this is Intel. It doesn't even show the price when I zoom out this much. Let me go to a quarterly. Yeah, not good here. I think they had some sort of issues with their CPUs. In fact, I literally just got an Intel CPU in my new computer, so we'll see how well that one does. But yeah, man, look, it is coming back down to like not just multi-year but multi-decade lows. So I do think that you're very likely in for humongous bounces somewhere around here. Don't know when the hell I made this chart, but goddamn, that was a long time ago. It must be. I do think if it gets anywhere down around here between like $13 to $15, those could be some amazing long-term buys. Of course, it's not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm actually going to put this one on my list because I'm a huge Intel fan, and I wouldn't mind buying something like this. If it got down around there. In fact, I'm going to put an alert there right now and add to my stonkies, something like that. Just something to watch. I mean, maybe I don't even take it when it does happen, but Intel, I probably wouldn't bet against it like very, very long term. But yeah, here, I do think it will come down further. Very likely does come down further. Let's see. Yeah. Monthly RSI is just breaking into the bearish control zone. Now, there very likely will be bullish divergence building, but it can come down lower first, and I think it will come down lower first. I think minimums, you're going to see like $16, and I think it could very easily come down somewhere between 13 to 15. Michael Longcar says percentage that Bitcoin low is in, like the percentage chance that it is. I think the best thing to answer that question would be looking at, let's see, the HPDR bands here, because we actually get price probabilities for this. So the way that I read this, or not the way that I read this, I mean, just like what this is literally telling you is that as of right now, we haven't actually seen anything really out of the ordinary. We're not even below the 50% of historic returns range lows, meaning that you expect 50% of all the data to fall between these areas here on the weekly. And I am on a weekly right now. So, what's the likelihood that it will trade back down below this current low? I mean, that would be, I'm kind of like guesstimating here between the 61.8 and the 78.6. So that's like basically 70%. So like, I guess a 30% chance that it does go lower. And that would be for both sides. So it's really a 15% chance. So 15% chance that it does trade lower. Throughout this current period. So unlikely, more likely that it's put in the low, at least for now. And we'd be expecting, a bounce before anything else. But of course, when things do break down, like it is going to hit those lower probabilities. Just as of right now, that's not the case just yet. Anima says BER on Dex. We're not going to fucking Dex Screener, man. I can't do it. I don't even know what Dex Screener is, man. Let me see if it's on TradingView. However, not on TradingView. Maybe it's on CoinDerp. Let's see. BER. I do not want to make a habit of looking at these fucking things. It's not even on CoinMarketCap. What the hell? Okay, maybe it's this thing. Maybe it's a Solana thing. has a little bit of a chart. I don't know how much you or I should trust a chart that has been around for literally 5 days, sir. Like, that's the biggest reason why I don't want to go in a deck screener. If it's not on TradingView, it probably has such a limited history that it's not worth looking at. And I don't have a real analysis anyways. Like, the best thing that I can say for this is I don't fucking know. And I don't even have a fucking clue because it's way too new. It's way too new. If I was just looking at the 4 hour, okay, I don't know, maybe it goes a little bit higher here. There's not an analysis for me to be done on this, man. I need more history. More history equals better, sir. Ling Zhang says, do you agree with the SOM rule predicting recession and market crash? I am not familiar with that rule, so let's actually see what that is. Let's bring up chat DirtPT. Let's see it over here. And ask our new overlords what this is. What is, okay, the SOM rule. I'm gonna check this out. SOM rule. All right. It's called the stay-at-home mom rule, is a guideline developed by economist Claudia Somm for identifying the onset of recession, okay? It is based on the change in the unemployment rate and is designed to be a simple yet effective indicator. Looks at employment rate, especially the 3-month average of employment. These sort of things, I don't specialize in these sort of things. I specialize in price action analysis. When it comes to these sort of things that economists more or less specialize in, the problem is like, I just don't see a lot of that work out too often. But I don't know this one specifically. I don't know the results of it long term, and I don't know. I don't know. So the right answer is I don't fucking know. Let's see. Big Bull wants to look at Ponky. Okay. Let's check this one out. Ponky. It's definitely a crypto. Really good bounce here. Holy shit, fuck. Did make new lows, but has reclaimed all of those. It's reclaimed that prior low, and it's actually pound for pound above most of the things we've seen today, because it is trading above not just yesterday's high, but the day before that as well. Let's see, what percentage bounce is this right here? 80% bounce. Holy shit. Yeah, I do think that this one will continue up from here. Very likely does test somewhere around like 48 to 50 cents, which is actually a tremendous move overall. Generally, this one has a really good chart long term. I mean, it doesn't really have a long term, but it's been around since 2024 began. So let's actually see. I'm just curious what this thing is. I want to type it in over here and just figure this out. I'm guessing it's a meme. Probably got to be a meme, right? So is it a Solana meme? It is a Solana meme. Market cap of 200 million. 220 million. Yeah, I mean, look, not a bad chart. One of the better ones for sure. I do think that this rally continues. I'll probably see somewhere around 48 to 50 cents. I don't hate it. In fact, I mean, it's quite okay. The problem is that, well, no, let's just talk about short term first here. Yeah, I do think that this one continues up from here. Probably pulls back a little bit after that. I guess in this case, really the only way that I get bearish on this if it came back down below 30 cents. And I don't think that's what's happening here. I think that this one actually will continue sideways and up. Maybe it creates a bit of a trading range for a while once it does complete this current rally, and you see some like this perhaps, where it does like blah 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 blah. But that would still be long-term bullish. It's only bearish if it comes back down below about 30 cents. Dgen Moonbag says BNX on CoinEx for on daily. Nice. Specifying also the exchange as well. That's amazing. Funnily enough, I don't see CoinEx here. Am I being trolled? No, it's right here. All right, got it. Let's see. You're on a 4 hour and a daily. Okay, daily, I'm not getting much from this. Very different chart than most other cryptos that we've seen today. This one is actually trading lower than the Monday low, which is kind of strange. You wouldn't have expected that. 4 hour time frame. Okay, potentially a higher low. Let's see what the long term looks like. Is this? Oh, this is a shitcoin. Yeah, this is an actual piece of shit. It's actually garbage. Yeah, okay, that explains things. Look, it probably bounces a little bit more here in the short term on the 4 hour. It could very easily bounce up to like even 130. But I would be, I think that this one's just bearish long term, man. There's nothing bullish about it as far as the higher term timeframes go, like your daily, as long as it's below about 150. So it's got a lot of work to do there. I don't think it's going to do that work. I think it's going to continue to do what it's been doing ever since its inception, which is go down. Yeah. So short term, it probably continues to rally a little bit more, but I do think that that rally is not going to lead towards like new highs or nothing like that. I think there's no talk of new highs as long as you're below 150. Yeah, don't like it, man. Obviously, I can be wrong on this, but short-term rally, but I'd just be looking for lower highs. Let's see. Ryan says iron on Nasdaq. Okay, real stock. All right, gotcha. Symbol IREN. It's energy. It's energy related. Let's check it out. Not doing too well here on the 4-hour, but what time frames are you on? No time frames given, so I'm gonna go to the daily and weekly. Don't like it long term. Do I think that it will rally off of here? Probably yes. Let's see, what does the daily look like? Okay, no, the daily is really fucking ugly. Holy shit. I think that you will retest Monday's low, and you better start praying to Bula Jesus for a bounce around Monday's low. And that bounce, you better pray that it also comes back above about 860. At that point, yeah, I think that this thing would be saved, and you can probably talk about moves back up to double digits overall. It still takes some time, obviously, but for now, I would be looking at this as bearish, man. I'd be looking at this as likely to break down further. Major moving averages are crossing into bearish posturing, so if it does bounce, like, have to be on lower high watch. Yeah, the hopium is that the weekly will hold. So the hopium is that you come back down, you test this low, you bounce decently off this low into the end of Friday and bring it back above about 860. If you see that, okay, it's fine, it's good, kind of, and you likely do have your next major low here, and your next major trending low in here, but it's got some work to do, man. I think if it even trades like a cent below your Monday low at 605, this thing's gonna fall right through and continue on with the downside move next week, probably closer to $5 if that happens. But yeah, a little bit of hopium for you there, and then also some doomium as well. All right, DGen Moonbag, he's back. He's looking at ABT on Gate.io. Okay, ABT, what is this thing? Arc Block on Gate.io. All right, first, let's look at, okay, so this one has been around for a while. It's been around since 2018, actually, so longer than most things. Has not, well, actually did make new highs in the cycle. Okay, not bad. Now, how is it doing on this current dumpola? It's literally only ever gone down since May. It's literally just been straight down. I do think that you are in a bit of a trading range here, and you have hit the range lows, or very close to the range lows, something like that. And I do think that short term, it probably does continue on with a rally. In fact, looking at the 4-hour time frame, look, if you see this thing start to close above 175, this thing will actually put in very likely a very nice rally north of $2. But for right now, well, that's what I'd say for right now, actually. Looking at the daily, if you see this one close below like 130, big fucking problems, man. You probably see this one actually trade lower than Monday's low, probably closer to 85 cents or so. But, give it a chance here. I do think that most of this market's probably in for a bounce. Does this thing bounce alongside of that? Probably yes. So give it a chance. If it comes back above 175, I do think that you have at least a nice medium-term reversal here, and it will trade back above $2. So keep your eyes on that for this move, because this one has failed to do anything significant to the upside since literally May. So not great. Not a great sign long term. Anyways, Michael Longcar is looking at Solana, 4-hour and daily. Got it. Okay, let me pull it up here. Where's my Solanas? Where is my Solana? There it is. 4-hour time frame, actually very good recovery here. I do think that this one continues on with the short-term rally, perhaps closer to like 160, 165 region. Weekly time frame, again, bouncing pretty healthily off the 55. So, it's kind of similar to Bitcoin. I do think that you create a range here for a while. It might retest back down to the bottom side of that range overall, like low 120s, but you'd be looking for it to hold there first and at least on first pass or the next couple passes. Short term, daily. Do we have anything else that's obvious? Daily hidden bullish divergence, daily jewel about to turn up as well. I think this one probably does trade into the 160s. But still, overall, you're looking at a bit of a range here. And just like all the other ones that are ranging, I do think you're going to be doing some like this, maybe even test higher than that into the top side of the range, something like this for a while. I think most of this market's really going to be waiting towards at least September, probably more like October. What are you laughing at now? What is this? What is this? What? What the fuck? What are you even saying? Anyways, Elsa can't speak English, so I'm not even going to try to understand. Yeah, I still like what Solana's doing overall here, to be honest with you. Long term, I'd really only have concerns about Solana if you start to see closures below about 120. It's even on Monday it failed to do that. It's closed well above 130. So, or did it? Yeah, it closed at 130 actually. So 120 is where I'd have like major concerns for Solana. Until then, this is a very obvious and clear trading range, and I'd be expecting to continue for a while actually. Sudesh says no sauna. Okay, no sauna. I remember we've looked at this one in the past. Let's check it out. Okay, there we go. Okay, found it. All right, no sauna. Go down sauna. No, not like sauna, like Santa Marin. Yeah, not impressive compared to many other things that we've seen today. Did trade well below its July lows and June lows, for that matter, and it's still hanging like significantly further down there. Now, is it going to continue on with this bounce here? I mean, it's a weak bounce thus far. I do think that you will see somewhere around $2 overall in this bounce at some point, but that can take some time, perhaps. Yeah, no time frame is given here, so very short term, probably at least another test towards 175. But yeah, I do think that you will bounce close to like $2 overall. Problem is that you got another downturn that's been in action since March of this year. Yeah, so long term, hard to get excited about anything here as long as you're below 350, which is more than a 2x move away from it currently is right now. So again, another one where I kind of just be looking for lower highs and the overall trend to continue. But yeah, short term likely does continue off the bounce over this next week or perhaps 2 weeks, something like that. We have Dragos, great name as always. KNS versus Ethereum, always the same request as well. This is Kenshi. Let's see what this one's doing. Yeah, we have another shitcoin here that is like actually doing something not so bad. Didn't even get anywhere near its July lows. Now, I do think it is in a trading range here on the weekly. I think, I don't have this one charted out on this chart at least, but it's doing it's trading in this range, obviously, just hit the range high. I do think it does actually come down a little bit more overall, but should be trying for a higher low. Let's see. Actually, it hit the 6.0 already. If it did come lower, it'd be looking towards 2.5 cent. Or 2.5 butyrols, but we're looking for bounce there. Maybe it does try a bounce from here. Let's see what the very low term timeframes look like. Yeah, 4-hour time frame likely does try a little bit of a short term bounce towards like 330. Doesn't really do too much for it overall, but yeah, I do think that this one, well, yeah, actually, I think this one's going to try a bounce from here. It's just a weird looking shitcoin. So it's kind of hard to figure it out, but I do think it will try a bounce, and this actually might be the next higher low. Just looking at it, it's going to have hidden bullish divergence of like severe drives right there. It's just when I go to the weekly, like the weekly looks very obviously to me like it wants to come back down to the, to like the midpoint of this trading range. Which let's see where that'd be at overall. Yeah, 29. Actually, I think it did come down there already. Yeah, it did. Okay. Difficult one for me. I'm more, when I look at the weekly, I really am more inclined to say that this one is going to continue on with this range, and it will trade lower within this range before it does try a real breakout to the upside. But very short term, it should try another rally here. This one's a difficult one for me, especially if Bitcoin bounced more. I would be expecting to see a little bit of a short-term try here. I would say that rally starts to really look good, I guess, if you trade back above the red line at like 42. But until then, it would just be a lower high. So I'd be running with that. difficult one here. It looks strange, but if I'm going off the weekly, yeah, you got some drives of bearish divergence. I do think that you will come down a little bit more in this range, but holding the ranges is fine long term. Just it would come down, somewhere probably closer to 786 at 25. Michael Longcar, he's back. Last one for me. Brett, 4 on daily. Everyone's favorite Solana shitter, I think. Let's go to Coinex, I suppose. Wow, this one got really hammered on Monday. Really, really hammered. Jesus Christ. Or it didn't even get hammered on Monday. It got hammered last week. How much is this one down from its highs? 70%. Not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, God. This one already having kind of a weaker bounce pound for pound. I do think that it will try a little bit higher on this bounce in the short term, somewhere around 10 cents. If you start to see it like close above a 10 and a is that 10 and a half? Yeah, 10 and a half cent. I would say, hey, you actually have a short-term reversal in play there, and you should see this one trade back up towards like 11 and a half, maybe even 12 cents. And then I come back to it after that. The daily, I'm a lot less sure on. It got so fucking cream pied here. Perhaps you are seeing a range start to evolve from these lows that you saw in June and the highs that it's also seen, but these are untested. So while I do think it very likely does bounce more from here towards the midpoint of the range. I don't really have any real analysis on it other than that. Obviously below, this low here at like 7 cents, like big fucking problems, but I don't think that's happening right now. I think this one tries for a greater bounce and then you come back to it later. All right. A couple more. And then we might call it a day. Diamondback Exteriors, he says, can you check Bonk on the daily and 4? Okay, Bonk coin. Not bad. Not bad compared to many other things we've seen today. But does that make it good? Well, do I have a chart here? I don't have a chart. We actually haven't even looked at this one in a very long time. Let's see, where are moving pieces on the daily? Yeah, I do think that this one will bounce. The bonk will bounce. The derp will bounce somewhere in this vicinity right here. Regardless of whether you're bullish or bearish, and from there, it's kind of the same game as most of the other things. Like probably gonna hold sideways for a while. Not much to say other than that. Short term, does it come back down a little bit? Perhaps yes. But I don't think anything's concerning in the short term as long as you're above yesterday's low. Or sorry, this is actually today's low from 3 a.m. my time. I'm a lot more inclined to say that this one continues sideways within this range after this bounce continues, probably into next week. You probably see this bounce trade higher into next week. And it might already be done bouncing for this week, actually. So, fair enough. All right. Let's see. The real G Squared, he says Riot on Nasdaq. Okay, let's check it out. Riot. What do they do? Are they like a Bitcoin miner or some shit like that? Not good, man. Whatever they do, it's not good. Whatever they do, I really don't like it. I don't like these lower highs on the 55 on a bearish posturing. This to me comes lower overall, probably to like 640. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this, of what it's doing in the short term. The yearly chart, however, does it salvage itself? Yeah, I do think it does. I think it's, I don't think it's going to be going like significantly lower, but it's kind of a hard one here. It's kind of a hard one, but in these cases, I like to follow the trend, and the trend is to the downside, obviously. So let's see what a quarterly looks like, just see if there's anything more obvious. Yeah, I do think that this one will come down further, somewhere $6-ish. Really want to see a higher low there if this reversal is going to be real, because it does have low, higher high, higher low, lower high right now. But if it does put in a higher low, just anywhere above this $3.50 low, good for the long term. It's just that is, that could include like a pretty massive like pullback from where it's currently at. So yeah, I do think it'll trade a little bit further south from where it's currently at right now. Like if Nasdaq comes back down to anywhere around its lows, this thing will make new lows. Obviously, I mean, it's already basically at the lows, right? So yeah, I think that you do see somewhere around like $6 and then come back to it after that. But that can take some time. This is a monthly after all. Snack says, hello, Krown. What's up, man? Redo on or just redo. Okay. All right. Resistance Dog. Great name, by the way. It's been around for a whole 2 months since June. June, July, and August. So a little over 2 months now. 4 hour, please. All right. Really good bounce here. Really, really good bounce. Well, it's hit all the easy targets for the bounce. That's the problem with this one. Let's see. What do our other things say? You might see it pull back down and retest around like 40 to 41 cents, but it's not really concerning here. Nothing really concerned about this thing in the short term as long as you're above 39 cents. I do think that this one, assuming that Bitcoin continues on with its rally, which I do think it will probably, maybe this week, probably next week, you probably will see like 60 cents on this one, maybe 65 cents, somewhere around there. But again, it's been around for a very limited amount of time. I always want to say when you have something like this, I don't trust analysis too much, or at least my analysis too much. Reversals can happen so quickly on shit like this. So for the history that we do have, it is just straight fucking down. Even when Bitcoin was testing 70,000 bucks again, this thing made a series of lower highs the whole way through. So not a great sign of strength long term, but I do think that this one probably does. If I had to call it, I would say it probably does continue on with the bounce. You probably do see somewhere between like 60 to 65 cents and then maybe come back to it after that. But it's going to really depend on Bitcoin's bounce, right? So I think we'll leave things there for today, sirs and zers. We'll leave things there for today. There's one more. All right, there's one more. TLT Daily says Dr. Checkmates. Okay, nice. Definitely a chess player, as am I. This is a real stock, it's not even a stock, it's a bond. Let's see. Bonds are not something that I look at myself, and I do think that it takes a more specialized person to look at bonds, to be honest with you. If I was looking at it from my perspective, which again, I do think it's kind of difficult. I do think that it's putting in a major low here on your higher term timeframes. This is a quarterly. I do think in the short term, it probably trades a little bit further down, closer to like 92, not 92, but 93 to 94. But it's putting in a low here most likely, and probably does trade up towards 100 plus. I mean, that's going to take, this is a month. It's going to take some time, obviously. It's the problem with this. But yeah. I really don't have strong opinions on this one. I do think that this overall, however, this is a major macro low forming here. All right, close them up. MTM says whiff daily. Whiff. Dog whiff hat. Dog whiff hat. Be neat. All right, let's see. Replace the pinned message. Let's see. Okay. Look how fast people turn against you when you, whenever like you just don't fucking go along with them. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ. Anyways, okay, cool. Whiff. Look, whiff still holding the. This is a fucking massive range, but it is holding the range if you are on a weekly here. Problem with shitcoins like this is that. Extremely fucking bold. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. That is such a humongous range, man. Jesus Christ. Let's see. Okay, let's go daily as you asked for. I do think that it is going to continue on with the rally here. In the short term, maybe not in like the very, very short term, but probably into next week. Could have a little bit of a pullback here. But trading back up towards $2, I actually do think that will happen before this one's all said and done. It's just, again, you're probably going sideways for a while here. You're probably doing something like this at best. So, yeah. But yeah, Sam is right. I can't trade. That's why I have my bot trade. So, fucking obviously. It's like these people are so silly. Jesus Christ, man. All right. Anyways, I think that's probably it for today. It's been a lovely, all right, last one for Gallo. All right, Gallo, last one, man. AVAX. I'm actually curious to see where AVAX is doing myself. Whoops, can't even spell it right. It's also an issue. Let's see. But yeah, go ahead and ban him. It's just like, Jesus Christ, man, if you can't. Oh, okay, nice, good. All right, sweet. Anyways, AVAX, look, like, this is what you can expect from most 2021 cycle shit. It did have a nice move in 2024. Did not make new highs. At best, you're going to be creating like one macro range here on the monthly. I do think that you probably put in a higher low in this range, something like this, and then it works its way up. I think that's like the bullish case. The bearish case, obviously, is that it does come down more. It does rally up again, maybe later this year, or perhaps early next year. But that puts in a lower high, and then you come back down. And that's typically what happens to most of these shitcoins. So it's a tough one. Yeah, look, man. I do think in the short term, however, it's kind of hard to discount what everything else is doing in this market. And again, mostly based off of Bitcoin here, but this thing in the very short term could have a very easy short term pullback back down to like $20 or $19.50. But I do think that it will bounce more from here, and you probably do see like somewhere around, I don't know, like $23 to $25 on a bounce, and then come back to it after that. But again, just lower highs the whole way through. It's been putting in lower highs the whole way through since March. It's just no reason to believe that anything different is happening here. And, anywhere between $25 to $28 is like a prime area to put in yet another lower high. So while I do think it will bounce more, I'd be cognizant of those areas. If you see weakness there, not the best signal, man. Not the best signal. So, okay, we're at the bottom of the chats for today. My voice is nearly destroyed. We have a school later on today as well. It's all good, man. Yeah, the super chat is buggy. I do apologize about that. But yeah, man, it's time to shut off the stream because my voice is fucking wrecked, and we have to do a school later today as well. And I need to get a haircut as well because my hair is out of fucking control right now. So, all right. Appreciate everyone joining on in, even the people who got mad. We still appreciate you joining on in as well. It makes for some fun banter. Hope feelings weren't hurt too much, even though there were some unsubscribes. But you know what? It happens. These are the risks that you take on YouTube. Some people might unsubscribe. Anyways, I want to thank everyone else for joining in. Appreciate that, Emily and Humble Flobs and Crypto Clown World. And what?
Sing the song.
What song? You sing the high or low song. It's your song. You get to go get over here and sing the higher. All right. So Els has one song for you as we sign off here. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Give me a higher low.
And there you have it. The higher lows have been given. Actually, most of these things put in lower lows. But yes, it's been a nice, lovely day. Appreciate everyone joining in. As always, wishing you the best. Take care. Much love, and see you